Today I am joined by Burb on this lovely day outside because I had something I felt was really important for my community to hear. So you get to see my backyard with all of my weeds in it. Hopefully this is a great backdrop, but we're going to talk about Gala Games today. And that's because I've kind of had a change of heart over the last couple of months with Gala. And really what sealed the deal for me is that I can tell that they are committing to actually changing some of the practices that they've been doing in the past and try to actively communicate better with the community on what their goals are and actually deliver on a lot of projects that they had set out to do. They just released the Gala V2 Token, and they've had this burning, essentially, that they've pledged to burn and burned almost all of their Gala reserves that were held. The idea behind that was to assuage concerns that they were just going to dump on the market and really re-up their commitment to the community, because even in Gala Music's white paper, they had specified that people were unsatisfied with the quality of Web3 gaming in general, and they didn't point it at their company, but I assume it was based off of, their experiences. I think it's clear to Gala that they really need to continue building, delivering on the promises that they set out to do, and hopefully give us a good product. And I think we're actually starting to see that, and that has me really excited. And I haven't really been excited about Gala in the bear market, not because it's a bear market and the prices are low, because that's when you should be buying, but because I didn't like their behavior, and I didn't see anything that really told me that they were on the right track. And I had some critical videos early on in my YouTube career talking about my experiences with that, specifically around spider tanks. And while I think that spider tanks still has a long way to go, it's clear that they're actively working on it and pursuing change, which I think is overall a net positive. Not only that, but they've also delivered Grit today, as of the time of this recording. And so that game with Web3 benefits as far as like earning Gala for playing and placing well in Grit is now live on the Epic Games Store, and you can link your Gala account and buy NFTs for it and earn Gala. I mean, it may not be the best game ever. I have yet to play it actually, so I'm speaking a little out of tongue, but just the fact that they are delivering the games that they set out to deliver, and they're continuing to improve and work on the ones that they have delivered up to this point, I think is a really, really good sign. Not only that, but there's been a few changes from like the team itself that I can see. So one of the ones that I'm most impressed with is that they're actually trying to communicate a little bit better with the Discord by doing town halls. And I really like that style of communication. It's a little more open, and getting on a weekly cadence, I think, really helps, kind of show the progress that the team is making a bit better to those who are trying to, keep up with it. Not only that, but these things can be recorded, and then either excerpts of them can go viral, or you can watch the whole thing on YouTube. And so I think that is really nice, because then we have reference points that we can go back to and say, oh, well, the team was doing this at this point, and that's good or bad, and here's why. And I think that that's really important, because not everybody has all the time in the world to spend on Discord going through messages in order to find this stuff. And I think that's been to the detriment of Gala up to this point, because while they have such a big community, they haven't done, in my opinion, the best job of actually communicating with those who aren't super active in the Discord. Not to mention, their catalog of games has never been bigger as far as playable experiences. So now, even though Townstar still doesn't have rewards, which is kind of irking me at this point, because the game is actually like decent now again, which is good. They still have spider tanks that has rewards. Now they have Grit that has rewards. They're bringing in, some of these mobile games. I know Dragon Strike now has the ability to mint NFTs through the scrolls of minting. And it just seems like everything's coming up really well for Gala right now. And I'm excited because there hasn't been any noticeable price appreciation because of this, and they haven't really pumped this as news. And to me, I think that's the biggest change, is because if you remember in February, what they did essentially to try and create a big hype around the token in the bear market and generate some income was to hold a whole bunch of really important news and then drop it all at once. And then that kind of generated this price run up that saw Gala like triple for about a month. And then it's kind of fallen back down to where it is right now at about 3 cents per token. I think that this is as good a price as any. I mean, I bought in before a penny in 2021. And so, I mean, it's tripled since that, but compared to what we've seen from the run-ups in 2021, I mean, I think it's a decent price, and I'm gonna start averaging into Gala, which I haven't been doing very much. I've just been holding what I have because I didn't want to, you know, potentially risk more than I was comfortable with if Gala were to go under. And that, coupled with the fact that I can really see progress on a lot of different fronts, including Gala Music, and I'm gonna have a full review of Gala Music and the platform coming out here soon, so subscribe so you don't miss that, because I'm really excited about it, and honestly it's been awesome. Like, I've found some new music that I actually like and want to, you know, participate in being a fan of. So I think it's a stellar platform, spoiler alert, but we'll get a full balanced review of everything that Gala Music has to offer here soon, and I'm really excited to get that to you. But beyond that, I just think that the Gala ecosystem and the shock that this bear market has caused it is a really positive change, because it seems like to me they've really woken up to listening to what the community wants, as well as, you know, just trying to be more professional and trying to take better care of their community that they have. And I think that this is all really important for the long-term growth of Gala, because if you can have a rabid, dedicated fan base, this thing will never die. Like, people will just continue to buy products that Gala creates. Them trying to change up the pace a little bit, rededicate themselves to the community, make actual visible changes that are having an impact on not just the games that they produce, but also, you know, the community around it. I mean, why wouldn't you think that that's a good thing? So I'm of the opinion that Gala is doing really well in this point of the bear market, and there's been no news about it. So I think that if you were looking for, you know, some kind of sign to get interested in Gala again, this is it. They have a lot of different experiences that you can enjoy. And if you want to buy some of their token, it's at a decently low price. I mean, it seems like a good idea. And I'm not recommending anything because I don't know your situation. But personally, I like to take a lot of risks, and so I'm going to up my position. You know, I've got a lot of high quality videos that I'm committed to making over the course of the next couple months, and I think you're gonna be really excited about what I've got in store. So I've got the review of Gala Music, which we mentioned, and I also went to VCon this last weekend with my buddy Andrew, and we're going to be compiling that adventure into a story for you all for YouTube, and I think that's going to be really cool and something that nobody else has done. And then beyond that, I've got some basic introductory videos that are geared towards people who are new to Web3 and Web3 gaming that can hopefully help bring them into the fold and show them these cool things that we have to offer. You know, I'm not too sure where the world is going as far as, you know, when we'll get out of this bear market, or, you know, if we'll have globalization in 10 years, or, you know, what kind of wars we're going to get dragged into next. And so there's a lot of uncertainty, but I'm using this time as a way to steel myself, learn new technologies, and just dollar cost average into things that I think are important and cool. And for me, Gala is one of those things right now. It's good to be able to say that again, because I haven't really been this excited about it since I first learned about it in 2021. And that was when everything exploded and just skyrocketed. If you're interested in Gala Games, but you aren't sure where to start, make sure to check out the video on screen now, where I go over my thoughts on all of the possible reasons that Gala Games is thriving, as well as could be dying right now. I think that'll be a great place for you to pick up and get a real understanding for what Gala stands for right now. Thanks, I'll catch you in the next one.